Hey, this is Jason Morris with Real Estate Agents That Really Work, and this is my series on Zbuyer and Zbuyer leads. So, old Zbuyer leads, what do you need to do with them? Well, number one thing you need to do is keep following up. I mean, my great follow-up script that I use over and over is I call people. Now, this is people I've never talked to before. I call them. It's just real simple. I just say, "Hey, Mr. Seller, this is Jason Morris from eXp Realty. You came through one of our websites a while back where you're looking to sell at your house at 123 Main Street. I was just going to give you a call and see if you were still thinking about selling it." And then you just wait and see what they tell you. And I kind of treat these the same as I do old for sale by owner leads. But just something simple like that. Lots of times, maybe they, after they're about, a week or two old, it seems like if there's any other agents in your community, your area that are subscribing, they've kind of been forgotten about, or maybe an agent subscribed to Zbuyer, 6 months ago, but they dropped their subscription after a month, so they never really called them anyway. And I see that a lot. Agents call the new ones, but they kind of forget about the old ones. The old ones are gold. That old list of Zbuyer leads is gold, because if they were motivated 6 months ago and they haven't done anything, there's a good chance, unless they've had some sort of life-changing situation where, they won the lottery, they inherited a lot of money, they got like a new, better job, whatever it is, then they probably still have that problem they had 6 months ago, and now that problem is just compounded over 6 months. So if they were behind on payments 6 months ago, now they're, instead of being 1 month behind, now they're 6 months behind. So if they needed money 6 months ago and were trying to sell a property they inherited, now they still probably need that money. Whatever their problem is, if they were looking for a cash buyer 6 months ago, then and they didn't get one, and they didn't sell it, then chances are they're still needing a cash buyer. That problem probably didn't go away. Even if they were even if they decided to rent the property, still keep following up with them, because they're probably going to do something. So that's how I follow up with old leads and what I do with them. And I do the same thing. I call them. I send them a text that just says, hey, are you still thinking about selling your house at 123 Main Street? I always put the address in the text, because if you text 10 or 15 people, somebody responds, and you didn't put the address in, then you don't know who, you don't know who it was, or you don't know what they're responding about. You can't always be sitting in front of your computer ready to deal with that lead or that text response. So I always put the address to the property in there, so I know what and who and all that stuff. So that's what I do with old leads. I always print them out. You can add them to your CRM. You're going to have to add them one by one. Zbuyer doesn't sync with a CRM or dialer or anything, but these are special leads. I mean, these leads aren't like your expireds. They're not like your for sale by owners. These leads are they're special. There's a little bit more, you got to be one-on-one with them. You can't send a bulk email to them. If you're sending a bulk email and you're wondering why you're not getting a response, it's because there was nothing personal. They knew you were sending a bulk email to them. I mean, that's, you need to, if you're sending an email to them, I mean, lots of times the first email I do send to them is something real small, like, hey, are you still looking to sell your house at 123 Main Street? Something just kind of real basic like that. But then typically, as we go and we build a relationship and stuff, my emails that I'm sending are more specific. They're more specific about the market, more specific about their situation. They're more specific about things they've told me or things going on that would be important to them. So, don't send bulk emails to, don't load up, 300 old Zbuyer leads into your CRM and bulk email them all the first time, because you're not going to get a whole lot from that. But Zbuyer offers real estate agents that really work, my group, a 20% discount. If you can go to jasonmorriszbuyerdiscount.com and you can register there. If you don't see it show up in your account, just give them a call, tell them that I sent you, Jason Morris. and they can get that applied to your account. And anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in my group, Real Estate Agents That Really Work, or leave them in the comments here on YouTube. I'll be glad to answer and help you all I can.